when held under 100 rushing yards right now, and frankly, Zeke looks a little tired and a little banged up, and Tony Pollard appears to be their best back. I think this is a good football team. Now Mike McCarthy's out. Amari Cooper still has questions. CeeDee Lamb had the concussions. I don't doubt the personnel, but these seasons are long, and they're in a slump. I'll keep them at 10 for now.
Number 9.
The Ravens. When you can throw 4 picks and beat a pretty good roster in Cleveland, you're a good football team. Their defense has held opponents under 20 points in back-to-back games. I trust the staff. I like their defensive front. Lamar can drive me nuts at times, but he is so dynamic that he never loses confidence. They've won 3 of 4, despite some of Lamar's bad halves. Ravens 9.
Number 8.
49ers, I don't care what their record is. This football team is healthy, and you don't want any part of them. It's one of the best coach teams. Elijah Mitchell, what a shock. They go get a running back in the 6th round that he's great. That's what Kyle Shanahan does. By the way, y'all bang on Jimmy Garoppolo. 100-plus passer rating in 5 straight games. Can you give me a break on this guy? I know, he's good-looking. He looks like George Clooney. You're jealous. He's a very, very competent quarterback, and when you give him a running game and a little time on play action, he's money.
Number 7.
Listen, the Titans are struggling. They're falling apart physically. It's a long season. It happens. We know this is well-coached football team. We know it's a good football team, but now you got so many injuries. Ryan Tannehill is asked to carry him, and he's got 2 TDs and 5 picks and a 58 quarterback rating in the last 2 games. They'll be fine. They've got to get healthy.
Number 6.
Buffalo's a fascinating team, and there's part of me that thinks they're the best team in football. Every one of their wins has been by 15-plus points. There's a Mike Tyson quality. If they feel weakness, they pounce on you. But they don't pass block. They have no running game. They're very one-dimensional with Josh Allen. But they are so magnificently dynamic that you can never look at them as anything other as like Kansas City good. Because if you have weakness, if your O-line struggles, you're going to be running all day from their defensive front.
Number 5.
Tampa Bay, they're still the favorite to win this whole thing. Brady's going to win the MVP, leads the NFL in touchdown passes. My concern is, will Gronk be healthy, and will they run the football consistently? Because they'll go months where it's like the running game is a hobby, not a profession. But I have to put them in the top 5.
Number 4.
Kansas City, 4-game winning streak. I think their defense is the key. I think Chris Jones is really the key now to the season. I don't worry about Andy Reid. I don't worry about Mahomes. I don't worry about Travis Kelce. They need a pass rush. They don't run the football. They're not really a physical team, and Chris Jones gives them that dimension. Their defense has had 8 takeaways in the last 4 games. That's the key. They're now taking the ball from you, giving it back to Andy and Mahomes.
Number 3.
Arizona. If Kyler Murray's healthy, I want no part of him. He's still not 100%, hurt for the 2nd straight year. But they do 2 things well. They make your quarterback uncomfortable, and their quarterback makes your defense uncomfortable, and that's a big component of football. Very hard to prepare for. I've talked to coaches about this. Big plays everywhere. Playmakers on offense, playmakers on defense. They may be the fastest team in the league.
Number 2.
New England. They got a 6-game winning streak, and I know, myself included, we all go, well, Mac Jones isn't very athletic. They're averaging 35 points a game. Kendrick Bourne, boy, that was money well spent. Hunter Henry, money well spent. They've also drafted well. Christian Barmore, Ramondre Stevenson, Mac Jones, best coach in football, best defense in football. And by the way, they're plus 13 in turnover differential during their winning streak. That is more than double the next best team. They are just taking the ball away.
Number 1.
Green Bay Packers. I've said this for 3 weeks. The ability to win missing starters is amazing. The ability to win missing multiple Pro Bowlers, tight ends, Aaron Jones, running backs, Jair Alexander, the corner, Zadarius Smith. They're missing like 4 of their best players, and they're going to Arizona and winning. I think it's the most talented team, including the Super Bowl year, Green Bay has ever had. Packers, number 1.